Oh man, everyone has played Tekken 8, right? Maybe not everyone, but I've got to play Tekken 8 last week over the course of 3 days. We now have the beta or closed network test, should I say, happening again this week. Now, I wanted to talk about a few things about like just what I think about the game because I feel like a lot of people ask, "What do you think about Tekken 8? What do you think about Tekken 8? What do you think about Tekken 8?" Well, I think you should subscribe first, and second, we're gonna get into it. So, Tekken 8. Oh man, this game is it's good. It's interesting. There's some stuff that need to be uncovered though. So, I feel like the graphics are amazing. It's a massive step up from Tekken 7. Tekken 7 has nothing on Tekken 8 graphics. Just the way how their body looks, their muscles, like the shading, the stages. There's a lot of stuff going on with the stages and stuff like that as well. There's a lot of things going on. Like character-wise, stages, shading. There's a lot of visual effects, but you can tone it down. And I think maybe as the game gets into final phase, I think these effects that are showing in these trailers, I think they're gonna be less and less. I would also say that I didn't really think of it as a distraction as well when I was playing. I think when I was playing, it was just like, oh, okay, cool. It is a lot, but it's not that. It's not something to put you off the game, if that makes sense. I think what they're trying to go for with this game is they want to make it visually pleasing to both casual and pro players. So that's that. In terms of the music, I'm not really a big fan of the music. I think the music is too much on the techno side and dubstep, and it's not really a big fan. And I feel like if we're trying to make this a brand new game, we need to step away from what you've done previously. When I look at Street Fighter 5 and I look at Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 5 music does not sound anything similar to Street Fighter 6. Even when it comes to the character themes, everyone's theme is completely fresh and different. So I think they need to change and work on some stuff, man. It doesn't always need to be dubstep and techno. Like I feel like even with like DJ in Street Fighter 6, he has like reggae. Like maybe one of the stages having reggae tracks would be sick. Like I can't vision it with Tekken because it's been too much time that it's been techno and dubstep. My head is just like, oh, it's a dubstep track again. Like it's been like this from Tekken 6. We need to change it, right? So that being said, the mechanics feel kind of similar. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be like, hey, you know what? Tekken 8 feels like it's a brand new game. No, it doesn't. Tekken 8 still feels the same. It feels like some moves have changed. Some characters have new moves. Some characters' moves have been erased. But then I also feel like there's some other things as well in this game that I'm not really too fond of. So like the new mechanic is where you basically hit the person up and then they spin and then kind of like bounce off the floor for you to then continue the combo. We also have heat mechanic. Now with heat, I had to write down the notes. Like they know on stream I was just like, yeah, there's too much stuff going on when it comes to heat. So I'm just gonna say it out again. So when it comes to heat, you got Heat Smash, which is a big cinematic attack during heat mode. This consumes all of your heat bar for the round. You have Heat Burst, which is like the Tekken 6 bound. It allows you to do longer combos. Heat Burst also big on plus frames if you block. So if, say for example, if I've done the Heat Burst, which is like the down attack, if I'm blocking, you're still plus, right? So while you're in heat, you cannot perform Heat Burst. The heat button in heat will then be replaced by Heat Smash. So that's where the big cinematic attack happens. So Heat Dash also is heat engage moves but cancelled, so you can rush after your opponent to continue your combos. Do a heat engage move and press forward or R1 when you're in heat. Heat Dash also consumes the rest of your heat bar at the end. You must be in heat mode to perform this. And then heat engages. Heat engages are moves that activate the 50-50 afterwards if successful on hit. So maybe you see a move and then it goes and then you just start running, and then you can either do a 50-50. That's where it is. So yeah, like all of the heat system is cool. I don't think any character should be replenishing their bar for doing things like, so for example, my character's Leroy. I parry my heat bar, while my heat bar is going down, if I parry something, my heat bar goes back up again. That means I could potentially have heat for a long time. Same with King. If King does a giant swing on you, he could probably bring his bar back to his heat bar back to like the top, and it could just go down slowly, which means you're just gonna be in this, like, I don't know. I personally think it shouldn't be replenished, but let me know what you lot think in the comment section down below, because you lot, some of you lot that watching this have played this, and you lot want to hear what I think about the game. I want to hear what you think about it too, so let me know what you lot think. Character wise, I got to play Leroy, I got to play Law, Kazuya for a bit, and Jack. Jack is absolutely busted. The character's just got so much stupid things. Like in combos, he could do 442, 442, 442, 442, 442, and then do heat burst. Insane. Absolutely insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. Lira had a few changes, but make sure you go check out my video, because there is a video up where I talk about the changes for Leroy. Law has his dragon stance, the dragon step, where he goes, all of that is gone. He only has the one step, so he doesn't even have the fake step anymore. He just has one step. And also as well, he doesn't have the move back parry. He's got like kind of like a, it's like a, I don't know if it's a punch parry. I need to have more time with it, but he has a parry where he goes like that, and if he's successful, he hits you with the nunchuckers. I don't know if it works for kicks. I didn't get to try it out, and the practice mode isn't like finished yet, so it was kind of hard to tell what it was what and what works and what doesn't. Cool. DSS is way easier. I told you before, I can't play Law in Tekken 7, but in Tekken 8 it was absolutely easy, and they've removed the difficulty barrier that comes with this game. Now that also leads me on to saying that, do you believe that the difficulty barrier being removed will make more people play the game? Will it make others be interested in certain characters? I never used to be able to play Law, but now I can play him and do his combos way easier. I can consider it. But what do you think? Do you think that maybe the difficulty barrier is good for a game like Tekken, where you can actually express, you know, somewhat of a skill? Does it, if this has been removed, does the skill then get removed? A lot of questions, a lot of onions to kind of unwrap on the layer, but yeah, like, let me know what you lot think, because I think it's a very interesting conversation to have. In terms of backdashing and stuff like that, movement, King's movement is absolutely terrible. We were saying this before, but now everyone's got their hands on it. They can actually see that the movement is terrible. Sidestepping ain't the greatest. I feel like sidestepping ain't, I don't know if it's even as good as Tekken 7. Some people say it is. I don't really know. Again, I need more time with it, and I will be playing it on the weekend. What else is there? I think I've spoke about most of the things. Spoke about heat. Rage R is now -15. I still think it should be a launch. It does a lot of damage. It just needs to be okay. If you blocked it, it's launched. Like, I know they're trying to make people not be scared of launch, like being able to use it and being like damaged for it. It's like, well, that's just how the game goes. Every game that has a big super is punishable. You know, you don't like, and this is just for any game. Let's forget about Tekken for a minute. Let's just forget about it. You go around in a game, a shooting game, and you have a big grenade launcher and you shoot it. You ain't gonna be getting unlimited rounds. You shoot, and then you have to wait. Them guns are slow for a reason, because they do big damage. Same with Rage Arts. Rage Arts do big damage. This is just something that is just one of those things, right? You have a big damaging thing, there has to be a repercussion. There has to be something. Making it -50 to see seems to me, it doesn't really make any sense. It's still punishable, and it's still quite punishable for majority of the roster. But it's like, just make it launch. Like, we don't need that. In terms of the network, because it is basically a closed network, they want to know about the network. They don't care about the game. They know that certain things are going to be big damage and stuff like that. Before I move on to that, Kazuya's damage on that 4 hitting string needs to be nerfed. But again, they probably know that. And Jin's heat smash move needs to be nerfed. It does way too much damage, man. But yeah, let's move on. The network, yeah, it's pretty cool. There was no indicators for if someone's Wi-Fi or not, from what I could see. It just seems like we could just play whoever. Finding people was pretty decent. It was pretty cool as well. The rank up system, where it shows the bar and it keeps moving like that, I think it's pretty cool as well. It's not been seen before. I've never really seen it in a fighting game before, with the bars like that. Interesting. And the prowess, I don't know how it works, but it seems like to be loads more than how there was in Tekken 7. Um, yeah, the network was fine. It seemed alright to me. There was some people that were lagging, some people rage quit as well. But that's one thing I want in Tekken 8 is there needs to be an anti-cheat system. There needs to be an anti-cheat system where we can tell that, look, if this person rage quits, we've got something to kind of like say, all right, cool, this person needs to be banned off the game or something like that, or banned from playing online, or get penalized, maybe online rank points or something. I have no idea, but there needs to be something. And then on top of it, the last thing I wanted to talk about, so I've spoke about music, gameplay, network, graphics. The one thing I want to talk about is the game in terms of like the training mode. The training mode seems pretty decent. There is frame data, because the frame data, you can't press it, but it does say frame data, so the game is gonna have frame data, which is sick. And then on top of that, we also have combo challenge, so people that want to learn about the combos and stuff in the game, you're going to be able to have access to trying out the combos and actually completing the combos. Maybe that might be a challenge across all of the consoles and stuff like that, you know, like, yeah, complete all the combo challenges. That would be sick. And then we've got crossplay, which we haven't been able to try because the first week was PlayStation, right? So we wasn't able to try Steam and Xbox, but now we have Steam and Xbox that's joining the party. So on the weekend, we will try and see what crossplay is like. I will be doing a video talking about crossplay on Tekken 8 on the closed network test. So make sure you lot check it out. Remember to subscribe as well. I hope you lot enjoyed the video. I hope you lot enjoy my thoughts on it. Again, this is just my thoughts. You know, there's how many people in the world, millions of people in the world. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, because it means a lot to hear. We all share the same passion. We all love the game. And, you know, it'd just be good to kind of see where your mindset is with the game currently. If you haven't played it, you could wait until the weekend and then revisit this video and then leave a comment. But other than that, I've been your boy King J. Remember to support the channel. You know, I'm putting a lot of hours and time into it. Just support is free. You know, other than that, take it easy, everyone. Peace.